Hi guys! So today I'm going to show you how to do a scarecrow makeup look for Halloween or just for fun. And it's going to be using mostly cosmetics that you probably already have, so you shouldn't have to go shopping. So first of all, we are going to start with a moisturizer, and I've already moisturized my face, but we want to make sure our skin is not dry. Then you're going to get your foundation, and I'm just using a cheap foundation. And then we're going to put the foundation all over our face. And you can just put it on in little sections. I like to smooth mine out just a little bit and then use my brush to put it all over my face. So you want to make sure you get even coverage and make sure when you're blending with your blending brush that you don't leave any excess foundation on your face. And make sure to blend in around the neck so that you don't have visible makeup lines. And yeah. Smooth it all out, and you've got your face ready. And make sure all those little bits are smoothed out. Then we're going to use a concealer under our eyes just to help brighten up our eye if you have under eye circles or anything like that. We want to eliminate those. And you can just use a really cheap concealer. Next, we're going to do our eyeliner, and scarecrows have these big crazy false lashes. So I'm starting with my Physicians Formula liner pen, and I'm going to start on top and just give myself a really thick upper line that's kind of round to give a round-eyed look. As you can see, it's very thick. There's really no way to mess it up on top there. And I'm going to wing the corners down just a little bit so that they connect with the under eye liner that we're going to do. So now we're going to draw in some false cartoony lashes on the bottom, and they can really be any direction you want. There's really no wrong or right way to do this. So I just started taking my pen and just kind of drawing lines down my face. I like the outer lashes to point in one direction, and as I'm going in closer to the inner part of my eye, I'm doing lashes pointing more towards the inside, towards my nose. So looks a little crazy, I know. And then we're going to go back over this in a few minutes here with a different type of liquid liner just to make sure that it'll stay on all day and to give ourselves a little bit more of a defined point. It can be a little difficult when you're using a pen, as you can see, not to get super thick liner on the cheeks where the skin is soft. So, and you can go around and kind of even out each side as you go. So I'm just kind of going to finish up here. Draw in a real thick bottom kind of lash line there. Then I'm going to take a liquid liner and with a brush, I use the Benefit Babe Cake. I don't think they make it anymore, which is sad, but I bought a whole bunch. So, and you're gonna get your brush wet and basically just paint on your liquid liner here. And we're gonna go over everything that we just did just to really define it and give it a little bit more of a thin bottom line on the bottom. So this will ensure too that the liner is just going to stay on all day. This is a little bit better liner. I almost think of my Physicians Formula as a base liner. So I'm going to go along and just kind of paint over, touch up all of the stuff that I already did. And I have to keep getting up to get the brush wet. So I'm also going to go along, and you'll see here, I'm going to go into my waterline and just really draw in a thick, dark waterline. Be careful not to poke yourself in the eye, but we really want this to look like a real thick lower lash. area. Just gonna wing out a couple little more lashes here and just give it a real thick dark look, and you're done with your eye area. Almost just go ahead and paint in your waterline there. And brush away any excess. I keep getting liner up top. Now I'm going to take a liquid eyeshadow by NYX. It's kind of an orange color, and I actually use it for a different makeup. And I'm just going to paint on a square patch onto the top of my head here. And it's kind of a shimmery, coppery orange. I'm going to paint in a couple layers over it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to go around it with a liner and paint in the stitches in a little while. So then we're going to draw another patch down somewhere on your cheek, kind of by your mouth. I'm going to use a red just lip liner and draw in kind of a red square. And then I'm going to fill it in with that same pencil. And again, it's really okay if it's not 100% perfect. Just kind of color it in there. The lip liner and liquid eyeshadow are being used, out of their normal purpose here, but this way you don't have to go out and buy special cosmetics. This is stuff that most girls already have. So let's see. Next, we are going to get our concealer, and we're going to cover up our lips because we want to draw in a fake lip line. So we don't really want to be able to see the regular part of our lip. And I like to use my blending brush to kind of blend the concealer out, since it is a different color than the foundation I'm using. So get that, doesn't have to be perfect. Then you're gonna take your lipstick, and we're gonna draw on some cheeks, and they're just gonna be real liberal circles, and you could use pink or red. I'm using a red Maybelline lipstick here. Just drawing in bright red circles, and again, they don't have to be that perfect. We're going to come along and touch them up around the edges with a lip liner here. So make sure you have good full coverage there. Don't press too hard because you don't want to ruin your lipstick for its later use. We're going to take that lip liner pencil that we just used on our cheek, and we're just going to go around and kind of even out the circle edges on the cheek. And then kind of blend it in and make sure that you have full coverage in the cheek. Okay. Next, we're going to take our lip liner, and we're going to draw in that fake lip line. And I'm going to give myself kind of almost a heart-shaped doll or clown-like lip. So it's going to be real round. So you're going to give yourself that Cupid's bow up on top. And then you're just going to kind of come down and round out the bottom, and you're going to skip the corners of your mouth, and that's why we use the concealer. If you end up like I did and get a weird little point at the bottom, you can just kind of come along and wipe that off and readjust. Okay. And you're going to use the lip liner to color in your entire lip. It gives it a base and helps you keep the lipstick on for the entire night. So it helps with the coverage too, so that concealer doesn't show through on the bottom. And make sure to kind of get the insides of your lip too, so that when you open your mouth, you don't see the concealer or the natural color of your lips. So just use your lip liner to kind of shape and add and dot and wipe away any excess if you're messy like me. Then you are going to take a lipstick and just dot on a little bit of lipstick. You don't really need a lot, just basically enough to give yourself a little bit better coverage than you already had. Perfect. Okay. Now we are going to take a brow pencil, and you're just going to go over and with the natural color of your eyebrow, you don't really need to change it, and just kind of color in and define your eyebrows a little. I'm actually not even using a brow pencil. I'm using a Mally brown eyeliner that I just don't use a lot anymore. So, and now we are going to take our eyeliner brush and liquid liner again, get your brush wet. We're going to paint on all of the lines and stitches for the patches and for our mouth. So we're going to start with that square patch up on top, and you're just going to go around with the black and outline the patch. And it's okay if it's not perfect, although we really want to try to get a little bit more even lines here. All four sides. And I'm going to go through and draw kind of a cross down the middle and make it 4 squares. And then I'm going to go through and Okay. Going to go through and add some stitches here and some dots just to give kind of a patchwork look. We're going to wet our brush again and go just around and just make some stitches around the edge of the outside, and you can be pretty liberal with those. So now we are going to do the bottom square or patch. And again, just go around the outside and line that. And it's okay if it goes up onto that cheek circle. Things can kind of overlap a little. And this time I'm making it more of like I'm going diagonal with it, so it looks more like a kite. We're going to go around and add the stitches. And probably keep getting your brush wet so that the stitches are thick and they don't have like weird spots of skin showing through. So using that same liner, we're going to line our stitched on mouth out, and you're going to start at the corner of the mouth by the lip and draw in a pretty thick line so that when you open your mouth, it's going to show on both the upper and lower parts of your lips. Then just wing that black all the way out up into the cheek. And then just add some stitches all the way up into the cheek. And make sure again that you're using pretty liquidy liner. Cool. Then we're going to add a couple little dots to the red parts. You might actually want to use white. I don't have a white liner right now, so I just use black. And now we are going to grab that orange, we're going to grab our mascara, excuse me, and we're only going to put mascara on the upper lashes. You can use a fake lash too on top if you'd like for a little more definition. I'm just using a 1 coat of Mally mascara. That's my favorite mascara. I'm going to go in and touch up any areas where some skin might be showing through on the lip or in the red on your cheeks. Cool. And then last but not least, because I almost forgot here, we're going to grab our liquid shadow again, the orange that you used for the patch, and you're going to draw on kind of a nose patch. So just kind of a triangle on the nose. We're just going to make sure that we get really good coverage, and you might have to go over a couple times with the shadow. We're just going to grab our liquid liner again with that brush, and we're going to go around and make some stitches on this new little nose patch we made, but we aren't going to outline it. And sorry for putting my mirror right in the way of the camera, but you're going to want to make sure that you put stitches all the way down under the tip of the nose as well. And then you are all done with your Scarecrow look. Thanks for watching!